Alright, guys, welcome back. I'm Tyler Phillips. This is my buddy Lawrence, and we're going to start the Inner Circle for this semester. Brandon has not watched the movie we're talking about today, so he is not with us. Except he is with us. He's right behind the camera, just not.
These are some good goldfish.
He's eating goldfish. But anyways, today we are talking about Like Father. It's a new Netflix film that just came out a little while ago, and I'd say it was an enjoyable experience. But it has Christian Bale. I can't remember who the other guy's name is. Kelsey something. But
Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer, yeah. But anyways, those two in this movie, I'd say they had a great connection. Like, it was just them acting together made this movie for me. What about you?
I really enjoyed their scenes and their chemistry that they had. You could really feel the emotions that they were trying to portray when they were around each other. You could really feel her pain, her confliction that she had with her dad.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, she definitely shows a lot of emotion in this movie. I enjoyed that aspect. And I love how they just kept going with her, like, demeanor. Like, she didn't want to accept him for the longest time, and they showing a little bit in the beginning, and I thought, oh, it's just going to be one of those, I accept you in the beginning, and this is our story, and then it falls back down, whatever. But no, like, it kept going for the longest time until, I mean, I don't know if we can really say much else other than, like, spoiler section. we're in spoilers now. But anyways, she got on the ship with him drunk, and she still hated him, and then it took a good 45 minutes to an hour until she finally, like, lightened up around him. But then it's developed into another problem, and I really liked how they did that in this one. So Netflix did a really good job.
I like that even though you could tell that she hated him, you could still see that she didn't want to hate him. Even in the beginning, even throughout all that, there were small moments where that likeness would come up where she was really happy to have her dad around. And I felt like that helped build up their relationship in the movie, especially with their chemistry.
Yeah, their chemistry is definitely a big part, and if y'all don't know, I mean, the father left when she was 5, and it was just like, she got real busy, and she was like, left her mom alone, is what her dad did, and then she realized that she took work into effect, or into her life so much that when her mom died, she didn't make it because she was in a meeting. And it's just, it amazed me how deep they went with her work and showed her commitment to it. So I found that really interesting. I don't know where to go from here. But yeah, she was dedicated. Even on the ship, she's answering calls. She's sending emails. She's sitting in front of a beautiful waterfall sending an email. And then her dad throws the phone in the water. All of us would be mad at that, but
I feel like a very good example of that is how her boss seemed to be her best friend throughout the movie.
yeah.
Because every time they called, he was always asking how she was doing, how her relationship with her dad was. He was the minister at her wedding. I mean, you could really see how big work it's for her. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. And I like the point you brought up, like the wedding and stuff like that. He was a minister there. Like, he tried his best to help her out there. Like, even when the husband was leaving the altar, he's like, oh, they're trying this new thing where they just go and talk randomly. And I'm like, okay, now you're just pushing it, but I see what you're trying to do for your friend. And his relationship with her is more of a friendship, where I think she just wants it for business. Because she never asked him anything about his day. She doesn't give two craps. But he's sitting here every phone call. How's your dad? How's things going? And I feel like that's the model relationship you should have with your coworkers. And she just did not reciprocate it at all. But let's see. So where do we want to go next? Let's talk about the dad and his problems. So, like, throughout the movie, it kept leading on to, like, this ultimate problem he had. And I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, okay, he's going to have cancer or some definite sickness. Yeah, I thought he was dying to go. he was about to fall out, and that's the only reason he wanted to reconnect with his daughter. And then they said something about this Gabe guy. I mean, I thought it was like, oh, okay, he's gay. I don't know why he's hiding it so much. Like, in this society nowadays, it's easy to be open. And most, like, stories are gay couples are already open. So I was wondering why Netflix was doing this and thinking he was hiding something. But I really loved the twist when they said he was broke because he was seriously just taking care of his friend, Gabe, who ended up dying. And that, it took me a second to, take it all in, because I was like, man, that's really, really sad. But, I mean, he gave his all for his best friend, and I can really appreciate it. But I think one aspect of it is that, the daughter has to also deal with, he stayed around his friend during their hard times, but he couldn't stay around me. And I feel like that's why she resented him a good bit in this movie.
I would agree with that. Also, I found his dedication to his friend very endearing. It helped really play with his character.
Yeah.
I thought that. And honestly, yeah, I thought he was gay too. I was really waiting for it to come out, and I thought that was going to be the big reveal. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm sorry. I left your mother because I'm gay. And then when it turned out to be different, I was, wow, it's not what I expected. I thought a lot of the things. Dead. Gay. I thought maybe he was trying to steal. I thought maybe he was trying to get something from her.
Yeah.
But that wasn't it at all. He really just genuinely wanted to be with his daughter.
Yeah, and I love that point in the story where we found out he genuinely just wanted to be with her. And I mean, even in the end, I thought it was going to be he's like, yeah, I mean, he was going to at least try and guilt trip a little bit. But no, he's seriously just don't do anything, don't help me. The debt collector should have never called you. I'm selling everything, don't help. I was very surprised about that. But I really, really liked it. I mean, something that also surprised me, I mean, to go off topic, some reason this is just in my mind. When he was selling his house, did you notice who was helping him move?
Yeah, it was the gay couple from the ship.
Yeah, and I'm like, where did they come from? How did they end up in Los Angeles helping this man move? I was like, did he sell them the house or something? Did he make this connection on the ship? It was weird. But I kind of was just confused as to why they brought them back. Is other than one of the gay men is a family therapy counselor, and he tried to help them while they were on the ship. And other than that, I have no reason for them to bring them back. It was just for him to say, "Yay, I'm successful. I fixed them."
I feel like maybe it was just to show the connections they made on the ship and really strengthen the fact that this ship was meaningful to everyone involved.
Yeah.
Not just them, but to the other people involved too, because they all became friends. They had a nice little clique going on for a while there, and I feel like maybe that's why. Otherwise, I was thinking about that too. I was like, oh, okay, they're back. This is cool. I like them. I thought they were funny characters, so I was happy to see them back.
I really, really like them actually, because they made slight jabs at Rachel throughout the whole movie. And it was so funny just every once in a while. Well, Rachel, done with those phone calls? Another character we could talk about is, what's his name? Seth Rogen's character. Jeff Friedman, yeah. But he was very interesting. I liked Seth Rogen in this movie because he wasn't playing the I'm stupid and high.
It was a very different role for him.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
I did. He played it very well. He played a good, serious role. And I mean, it was very emotional whenever I found out they weren't going to be together. I was rooting for him.
I was too. I was kind of hoping at the end, at the karaoke thing, he'd be singing to her and she'd be like, hi. And then, obvious romantic comedy stuff there. But yeah.
But no, he waves to a girl behind him and I'm like, damn, you move on fast. I'm sorry, Seth Rogen. One day you're climbing a waterfall with Rachel, and then the next night you have another dark-haired girl sitting right behind her. Like, this, what? It was just weird for me, but I mean, I do like how, like, even though they didn't end up together, they gave him someone. I mean, they talked on top of the waterfall, like, hey, we're just not meant to be together. And I thought, like, when I first saw the other girl, I was like, man, that was a jerk move. But then I realized, I'm like, well, they kind of did settle their differences already. They didn't, like, say they didn't want to be together. So, I mean, I was like, okay with it. I was okay.
I feel like that plays into a theme that they had going on, that at the end, everyone got something out of the trip, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There was Harry and Rachel, they got a new relationship going on. The two gay guys, I guess, they really were serious about getting a kid after that. I mean, they were thinking about it. They already did all the paperwork and stuff, but I feel like they really cemented it for them that they wanted to have a child. Seth Rogen found a new wife, possible wife. Everyone got something from the ship.
Yeah, and I really like that too. The only thing I think that people didn't get was like the black couple. I didn't see much of them. The old couple, I didn't see anything they got really, but I like the inclusion of the gay couple. They were spot on for that role. But any other things you want to talk about in this movie? Let's give it a rating. I'd give it 7.5. No, 7. Just 7.
I'd give it maybe a 7.5. It was it felt like a romantic comedy to me, despite not being a romantic comedy. I like that. I thought it was an interesting way to have that genre flipped on it, because it's still, about love, just a different kind of love than you'd expect. But there were a lot of things about it where I feel like the characters were a little predictable. Like Rachel.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Obvious workaholic thing. We all know what's going to happen with that. Some revelation's going to hit her. She's going to throw away her job and go for whatever it is that she's trying to go for, which in this was a relationship with her dad. That was predictable. I mean, we knew it was going to happen, but we're still rooting for her when it happens.
Yeah. It was just an enjoyable movie. It wasn't trying to be the most new, amazing, like, heart-hitting, drama-filled, emotional movie. It wasn't trying to be an amazing comedy. It was just trying to be a good movie. I think it hit its mark. It did what it was supposed to do. So
I think it did too.
But all right, guys, we are running out of time. So thank you for joining us on the Inner Circle. We will be back next week with another episode. Don't know what we're covering, but hopefully we will have Brandon back with us, and we will see you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.